invasion of Ukraine to stop.
We'd like to see if we could finish it, end it.
President Trump was optimistic.
I think we have a very good chance of bringing this war to a conclusion.
Speaking in the White House cabinet room, President Zelensky echoed those sentiments.
I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war.
Zelensky is hoping that help will include U.S.-made long-range Tomahawk missiles, and he's ready to make a deal.
They can have our thousands of drones.
Trump said Ukraine makes a very good drone, while adding, hopefully, they won't need the Tomahawks. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
CBS News has learned that survivors of a U.S. Navy attack on a semi-submersible vessel in the Caribbean have been transported to a Navy ship. The attack was the sixth on alleged drug traffickers linked to Venezuela since August. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says relations with China are improving a week after President Trump threatened 100% tariffs on imported Chinese goods.
I think that things have de-escalated. We hope that China will show the respect that we have shown them. And I am confident that President Trump, because of his relationship with President Xi, will be able to get things back on a good course.
Democrats are calling on President Trump to get more involved with negotiations to end the now 3-week-long government shutdown. Republicans say they'll negotiate with Democrats on the return of health care premium subsidies, but only after the shutdown ends. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton pleaded not guilty today in federal court to charges of illegally sharing classified information. CBS's Nicole Skanga is covering.
Prosecutors in the indictment say that Bolton created almost a diary-like record that, according to the indictment, he had transcribed some handwritten notes from secure meetings within the White House onto a Microsoft Word file and then emailed or messaged them to 2 relatives. By the way, neither relative had a security clearance or any authorization to receive that information, according to the court documents.
CBS's Stacey Lynn says there's been a stunning announcement from Buckingham Palace.
Prince Andrew said he's giving up his royal title of the Duke of York. The decision comes as excerpts of an upcoming book have been released from a woman who alleged she was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and claimed she had sex with Andrew when she was 17. In a statement, he said he and the royal family have decided the continued accusations about him have become a distraction.
The Dow is up almost 0.75% at this hour. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com.
Mystery surrounding the death of a child in Seattle. The story coming up. But first, KIRO Newsradio Traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. D.R. Horton's got the update. Heavy volumes remain through downtown Seattle and Renton this noon hour. Let's start here in Seattle. North 5 packed from Mid-Boeing Field up to the West Seattle Bridge. This is just volume. And our backup eastbound on the West Seattle Bridge is slowly thinning down, though. But you're still packed at First Avenue over to I-5. South Center to Seattle's down to a 25-minute commute. South 5 is crowded from Northgate to the Ship Canal Bridge. Linwood to Seattle will take you 20 to 25 minutes. In Renton, North 405, it's backed up from South Center all the way to the VMAC, and it becomes bumper to bumper as you approach State Route 167 up past the Maple Valley Highway. South Center to Bellevue right now will take you 35 minutes. South 405 beginning to fill in through Factoria. This has westbound 90 slow from 150th and Eastgate to 405. And the Mariners have a 3:08 game, and fans are beginning to filter into downtown Seattle. D.R. Horton National Red Tag Sales Event is going on now through tomorrow. Visit a D.R. Horton community today or drhorton.com. America's builder and equal housing opportunity builder. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Heather Bosch. Seattle police are working to determine what killed a 4-year-old. They found the child unconscious inside an apartment after responding to calls about a woman suffering a mental health crisis. Despite life-saving efforts, the child died yesterday. A 45-year-old woman was taken into custody. Prosecutors say a wanted felon who caused a deadly crash in Parkland this week is now charged with murder. Investigators say 47-year-old Donald Ronan was fleeing deputies when he T-boned 20-year-old Paula Parbo's car, killing her. A friend tells KIRO 7 TV.
I don't want to have hatred against him or towards him, but the way I feel right now, he's nothing but wasted space in this earth.
Ronan remains jailed on $750,000 bail. The White River Bridge is about to reopen.
The vital link between Enumclaw and Buckley will be open Friday evening, weeks earlier than expected. Washington Transportation Secretary Julie Meredith.
We at WashUp feel the pain when the communities are severed like this.
Back in August, an overheight truck hit the bridge.
The damage here was significant.
So Governor Bob Ferguson, who made the announcement at the bridge on Thursday, says he'll be putting money in his supplemental budget for more warning systems for this and other bridges across the state. Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
If you're taking light rail to see the Mariners game, be careful where you park after the light rail lot fills up. Fans tell KIRO News Radio's G and Ursula upwards of 75 cars parked in a lot across from the Linwood station Wednesday were towed.
On that direct lot itself or the driveway that we came in on, there is absolutely nothing that says no parking private property. Nothing.
Dana Tackett says she had to pay $650 to get her car back. The Mariners and Blue Jays are now tied 2-2 in the best-of-7 games American League Championship Series, the Blue Jays winning last night in Seattle. KIRO 7 TV's Brandon Thompson spoke with fans.
Mariners fans are there for the highs.
I love it.
And the lows.
A little bum, but hey, they'll pull through.
This is going to go 7 games, going down to the wire.
Still believe?
I believe, man.
Everything's a little nerve-wracking.
I'm so nervous. I have a heartburn. I have to take Tums. I can't handle the pressure.
A game and a series that shows postseason baseball is not for the faint of heart.
First pitch today, 3:08 for Game 5. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Partly cloudy skies with highs near 60. It's 54 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome to the show. Happy Friday, October 17th. Jake Skorheim here, Spike O'Neill there.
Hey, brother. I'm in. All in.
You're all in? What are you all in for?
I'm all
show?
in. The show. The next 3 hours of joy.
Yeah.
Where we have control of our own destiny.
3 hours before pitch 1 in Game 5. People didn't think it was going to get to Game 5, but it's here.
I did see people after Game 2 posting little brooms and whatnot on social media.
How could you not feel that? How could you not feel that? You go into Toronto.
That's
and
fair.
You beat both of you win both of those games.
Yeah.
Then you're coming back to your hometown crowd,
right?
Which is going to root you on.
Sure.
Or not.
Hitters Ballpark, I've heard.
We'll talk about that in just a second.
Which played out to be true for one team.
Joining us right now on the show, KIRO News Radio's own Luke Ducey. Luke, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Luke, the reason we invite you in here is because we're doing our show prep. We're getting ready. We're talking about all the stuff we're going to discuss today. The biggest local story is obviously the Mariners. Everybody's talking about the Mariners. And we heard you having a very animated conversation across the newsroom about the Mariners. You're having a fit.
Having a fit.
Tell us about why you're so angry right now. What are you feeling?
You know who could balance this out too? Aaron Granillo kind of talked me off the ledge. He was like my psychiatrist today or my counselor.
Should we have him come in? I see he's coming in.
Yeah, if he can hear us, I would have him in because the guy, he is like zen right now, but I'm not. Here's the deal. And I believe in the Mariners and I think they're a great team and everything, but I've been on sports teams. I think we all have been on sports teams where, you're up 2 games. I mean, you should be every single player
flying high
on the Mariners team should be saying, I'm going to be here tonight. Get out of my way. I'm going to be here tonight. I'm going to win us 3 games in a row. And instead, it's like they're not. And what do you see on the other side with the Blue Jays?
Oh, my
gosh. Everybody's like, you got to hit. Look, get out of my way. I'm going to be the next hero.
Their pitcher last night, is it Scherzer? Is that how you pronounce
Scherzer, Matt Scherzer. Had no business. He's 41-year-olds, but in Major League Baseball.
No. He's the oldest player in Major League Baseball. He's obviously phenomenal. He's
the last stop for Cooperstown.
3-time Cy Young award winner.
He's still pretty good. He gave it to the Mariners last night.
We shoved it up our batting order.
That's the first time he's pitched in a month, though. That's my point.
I watched him. We all saw it. I sent you guys this clip before the show, but there's a short 13-second clip of the Blue Jays manager coming out to discuss something with him on the mound.
Well,
usually when that happens,
he's coming out to discuss his removal from the game is what he's going to discuss.
And he gets so fiery. And he looks at his manager with his off-colored weird eyes, and he says, I'm not – and you can tell. He's like, I'm not coming out. And he's got a fire in his eyes.
His nickname is Crazy Max Scherzer for a reason.
Yeah, he's Mad Max.
He's
And
got 2 different eye colors.
what is that called again when somebody has 2 different eye colors? There's
Crazy. It's called crazy.
It's called crazy eye.
Unbalanced.
I'm
sure there's a technical term, but
it's very effective. It's very effective
Let him
if
off
you're
the hook.
Heterochromia. Google.
Heterochromia. Whatever
it's
it
more
is.
about if you buy a dog with that, it costs extra.
That's Latin for crazy.
Gotcha. Whatever it is, it works for him. And think about that. When you're a batter and you're staring back at that pitcher and you're watching him, and he's staring down at you with those 2 off-colored eyes, just gets in your head a little bit.
But you guys said you're angry too. I'm angry that the Mariners not showing up. Aren't you guys angry about it? I mean, it's just
I'm angry about a different thing, but let's let Aaron Granillo joins us now.
Guys.
Aaron, you were trying to talk Luke off the ledge.
I thought I did, but apparently not. Now he's back. He's very angry.
What you didn't do was put him in the car and drive him away from the cliff, because now he walked right back to the edge.
Here's the secret. They always jump. Name the movie.
All right. If you didn't think Max Scherzer absolutely dealing last night was a possibility, then you haven't watched enough baseball in your life.
Oh, right?
Wow, that sounds like a personal dig
this
now. Now
is
I'm getting more angry.
41-year-old who has not pitched in a month.
18 seasons, right?
18 seasons, 3-time Cy Young Award winner. What do you think his mentality was last night going out on the mound?
Angry.
New contract?
This might be the last time I ever pitch in the playoffs. He dealt. He showed up, and the Mariners did not. Okay?
Yeah. And that's why I'm angry. That's why I'm angry.
You shouldn't be angry about that. What you need to do is give a tip of the cap to Max Scherzer and say, good job, flush it, and move on. It is a 2-2 series. Everyone's acting like we're done. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I like baseball. What I don't get, though, is as a fan, and I'm not I didn't play as a kid. I didn't play T-ball. I didn't do that. I played other sports. But I don't understand the whole tipping of the cap thing. I understand when the game's over, you're all friends and this and that. But tipping of the cap, I look at the team and I think to myself, I'm going to destroy you next time. I'm going to make you pay for everything you've done to me.
Yeah.
Next time is today.
But I think what Aaron's saying is you know, when Toronto came to town here, I think it's more the fact that Toronto has played every game since they got here in Seattle like a game is a must-win game. And Seattle, I don't know anything from butter. I don't know what Dan Wilson does and says in that clubhouse. He's done a fine job. He's got the M's to unprecedented territory. But the M's seem like they're going, all we got to do is, we got 3 chances at home, blah, blah. Blue Jays are playing do-or-die games, and the M's doesn't seem like they've been playing that way. They got to now. They've played themselves to a moment where if today is, I don't see them losing today and going to win 2 more in Toronto. If you don't win tonight, it's time to look at, was it a good season? If we lost 4 straight in the postseason, is that still a good year? I don't want to be there yet.
I had a thought on the anger thing that you were talking about, Luke. Mm-hmm. I'm angry at. I'll get into who I'm angry at in just a second, but I did want to see a little bit more fire. And Aaron, maybe you can speak to this too. Mm-hmm. When Dan Wilson comes out and takes Castillo off in the 3rd inning, right? Nobody expected that to happen. Or
in that moment.
Well, in the moment, bases are loaded. He's not doing well.
It was justified. Yeah.
I guess it's justified. But the look on his face, I felt bad for him.
Luis Castillo.
For Luis Castillo. I felt so bad for him. And you can tell, he's like, whoa, you're taking me out of the game right now. This guy's not a bad pitcher. He should be in the game. Obviously, he's having not a great moment. And then they continue to hit off their, other pitchers. So was it the best decision? Who knows? But what I would have wanted to see was a little bit of hey, you know what? What Mad Max was doing when his manager came out. He's like, you do not take me out of this game.
Different situation.
I know it was a different situation, but it was very early in the game. A little fire. It's not the worst thing in the world.
But Luis Castillo is not that. You can't be somebody you're not.
Okay, this is where we get into an argument again here, Aaron. Because
he's very chilled out, you're saying.
Yeah.
He's very tempered
and it was
response.
completely justified. What Mad Max did last night is not the norm. He's also not a normal person. As we said, he is crazy.
Castillo had days to get ready for this moment. He had, and I understand baseball's a difficult game, and especially at this level and in the playoffs. I get that, but you're a professional baseball player. Mm-hmm. You're there, and you're praying for these moments. It's time to go out there and kill.
Are you saying that he should have fought back?
And he didn't.
Are you saying he should have fought back?
He should have done better. He should have done a lot better than what he did.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not defending Luis Castillo's performance. performance.
Yeah, neither would he. Yeah, I'm sure that look on his face was so much disappointment in what he had to his ball club, to the fan base.
I just want you to yell like me. That's all.
Okay, when I was watching, who was at the game last night? Laura, you were at the game last night.
I was there.
You were at the game last night. Okay.
Am I the only one?
You were the only one.
Okay.
Yeah. All these loud opinions, and you're the only one who was actually there. All right, so I'm watching the game.
The only person of knowledge.
I'm sitting on the couch last night, and I'm watching the game like everybody probably was doing. And it's I don't know what inning it was in. It was probably I think it was before Naylor got thrown out at third, so it was probably fifth inning. And Blue Jays have taken the lead. They're winning this game, and the fans behind home plate are just sitting there. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you guys on your feet? Like, it's been 24 years since the Mariners were in this. They've never been in a position like this before. Why are you guys not up on your feet? Like, you're only down at that point. I think they were only down 2 runs, maybe 3. Why aren't you up on your feet screaming? You may not ever have another chance like this before all of you are dead. I mean, those people, a lot of them, they're old, they're rich, they got a lot of money.
They can afford those seats.
All those seats are like $6,000 a piece, and nobody was on their feet, and they're all just sitting there. And I'm just like, shouldn't that be? I mean, you can't require this of people. Obviously, there's rules and regulations against this. But at a certain point, put up the applause or the cheer sign or something. Get them activated.
It was on. It was on the whole time. And everyone who wasn't sitting in the Richie Rich seats, I mean, I don't think I sat the entire game.
So you were in the upper level?
No, I was in like 114.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
nice tickets.
Not nice tickets, but not
Richie Rich,
behind.
though.
No.
It's a shame because those are the seats that are visible to the TV audience. And not that that matters as much, but right behind the Mariners pitching, they're watching that crowd right there, just sitting there, like sipping their Chardonnay, just chilling out.
And then they all left. They all left.
And then they all left.
At like the 7th inning. They it was like every seat in the stadium was packed except for the ones directly behind.
No, it's a school night, you know.
And they close valet parking early.
Here's what.
It's incumbent.
Here's the
thing. It is incumbent upon the team to fire the fans up. It's not the other way around. I'm sorry.
And your response was, "Well, it's a school night."
No. I was being facetious there.
You are correct.
I would have stayed.
You are correct. They need to fire the fans up. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But also, the fans have a responsibility to also get up on your feet. Activate yourselves. Why are you waiting for this?
If you're getting blown out, what do you have to cheer for?
You're only down 3 runs at that point. They're just sitting there.
That's the beauty of baseball. Baseball's big inning baseball. I mean, this is a big inning baseball built team. The Times had a piece today. This is not the Mariner team that got us where we are to this moment. They haven't played that way.
Thank you, Spike. This is my whole argument today, man.
It's called a setup.
All we're doing right now is focusing on 2 games, the smallest sample size. And how many games have we played now this season? 170, something like that?
170.
We are here for a reason. This is not a bad Mariner team. Who's to say they don't go out today and play lights out? We have been wrong about every single game going into this series.
Yes, we have.
That's true.
Everybody is acting like
that's great.
It was a given that the Mariners were going to win last night. Nothing is given. How many times do I have to say this? Nothing is promised in baseball.
If you know anything about the Mariners especially, and I said this last night as we dejectedly walked out of the ballpark, they will make us beg for it.
Yeah.
They will bring us to the very last second where we are so convinced that we can't possibly do it, and then they'll do it, and we'll be elated.
It has happened so many times this season.
As long as we're having a therapy session here, Aaron, I would just like you to acknowledge my feelings about
I do
about
acknowledge
this.
your
I cannot
feelings.
do this roller coaster anymore.
Are we holding space for Luke?
I do acknowledge your
feelings. At
feelings.
T-Mobile every morning. I can't.
I get it.
I get doing this.
It's funny. You guys are both.
Just win.
You are the face of the fan base. Both of you guys, because there are literally millions of people right now in the sounds of our voice. We're feeling exactly what you're feeling, Luke.
Yep.
We're feeling exactly what you're
anxiety,
feeling, Aaron. And Laura, you're right. This is what they do.
I've been a fan since I was,
They make
7?
us earn this, as we should.
Look,
you can't get to unprecedented territory without some blood, sweat, and tears.
Exactly.
As high as we all felt Tuesday morning, right? After game 2, and then you get here today. This... it's the pendulum swinging. If you get this far high, you got to get that far low to make this worth the journey.
It's a best of 3 series now.
It is.
Look, we feel exactly like Toronto felt being down 0-2, getting smoked in Toronto, losing 10-3. How did Toronto respond to that?
There you go.
Yeah. They did respond.
Who's to say the Mariners can't do the exact same thing?
This is what the Mariners fans need. Luke, say your piece, and then I have
going to say game
15,
game 15, inning number 10 in the 15 ALDS, game 5. My wife, 10th inning, says, I need another glass of wine. She walked up and she looked for and they were not selling wine anymore. She came back and said, oh, God, what do we do? That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now, Aaron. Just so everyone, Aaron and I get along.
I like him. We love Luke.
Right. They're saying that for you guys, just so they want you to believe they like each other.
Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking. This is, Aaron, you're totally right. Tonight, they have a chance to turn it around. If they don't win tonight, though, are you feeling a little more pessimistic?
Yes. But that also doesn't mean it's over.
Absolutely.
Until the
what
last
is the
swing,
oldest saying in baseball?
It ain't over till it's over.
Thank you.
Here is what everybody needs to hear. I can't think of a more motivational movie speech than this one, and this is what Mariners fans need. How about a little standing up tonight, rich people on the lower level? Just don't sit. Just do something. Get off your fat butts.
Will you fight? Fight against that? No! We will run, and we will live. All right? Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Game 5 in Seattle!
Let's go, Marin. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'll just root for someone else. No, I'm just kidding.
This is
that
the
was
last
inspiring.
chance. No, but honestly, this is the last chance that they have to get hometown fans cheering for them.
This is you're right.
Before they head back to enemy territory.
Yeah, this is it. This is
This
great.
should be a wild game. Everybody who went to game 5 of the ALDS, what did they say the whole time? The atmosphere was electric. It's unbelievable. You talked about this, Aaron. I took my cue from you.
Yes.
People were on their feet the entire time for 15 innings. How is it even possible?
Even the rich people.
They have to do that tonight.
It might be the last time you see this team this postseason.
You may not.
It might not. Nobody knows.
It might, but if you don't show up and just sit there, it very well could be the last time that you're ever in a situation to be 2 games away from the World Series. Lord knows it's happened before.
Yeah, I was down there this morning reporting, and I got to tell you, there was an electricity and a buzz. I can't explain it. The crews were out there working on the field. Even the crews from Toronto were they were looking around. They were shifty-eyed a little bit, looking a little. I don't know what it was, but there is definitely some kind of vibe going on down there. I'm excited.
This is a must-win.
You got me
for
excited,
both teams,
Jake.
really.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Braveheart, for getting us excited. They should just play that. They should play that on a loop tonight at the stadium as people are filing in right before first pitch, and then just get everybody jacked and game on. 3 o'clock, right? 3:08?
3:08.
First pitch, 3:08.
Aaron and I are probably going to streak the field.
I'll be here, man. I'll be giving in-game updates every 30 minutes.
There you go. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We will be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino.
It's time, right? Yeah, okay, push it.
Where is that fire and swagger that you had in Toronto?
Toronto's come to town and played the last 2 games like it was a do-or-die moment, because it was.
We're Seattle sports fans, man. Ain't our first rodeo with the panic button.
And Rocky, they said, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you get hit. Don't worry, they'll get back up.
KIRO Newsradio has all the Mariners buzz.
Best of 3, easy peasy.
Our partner, Seattle Sports, has the games. Listen free on the Seattle Sports app.
Do you know somebody that could use a free roof? A free roof. Integrity Roofing and Construction, a great member of our community, right now, during the month of October, is giving away a free roof to a family in need. If you know someone who's fallen on hard times, maybe something unexpected hit their world, go to the integrityrc.com website, find their philanthropy page, and look for Integrity Cares. There's an application there, a nomination form, where you can nominate someone, maybe even yourself, who would benefit from a free roof from Integrity Roofing and Construction, because doing the right thing matters.
This October, the Harnish Auto family is partnering up with Mobile Mammo Northwest in the fight against breast cancer. Mobile Mammo Northwest provides accessible mammograms to women across the Puget Sound, bringing early detection and care to those who need it most. For every test drive taken at a Harnish Auto Family dealership, we will donate on your behalf. Join us in supporting Mobile Memo Northwest at the Harnish Auto Family, where people matter.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you use carpool or toll lanes along SR 167, some things will change after October 20th, and some things won't. If you ride without a Good To Go account, you'll receive a bill in the mail. That is a change. Having Good To Go means it'll cost less than pay by mail. Not a change. Carpoolers will need a Flex Pass set to HOV mode to ride free. That's a change. A Good To Go pass saves you $2 on every toll. No change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com.
You're miracle workers.
Don't know about that.
My drain was clogged.
Right.
You came in a jiffy.
And got right to work.
Now it's clear.
It's what we do.
Like I said, you're miracle workers.
Actually, we're plumbers.
Apollo plumbers.
You want to see some real miracle workers?
Huh?
Just take a look at Seattle Children's.
Sure.
They're all hope, care, and cure.
All true.
And together, we can help them.
How so?
Your service fee?
Yeah.
Apollo Plumbing is donating it.
To benefit Seattle Children's Hospital.
We're donating all our service fees.
All month.
To help Seattle Children's provide outstanding care and support research.
And ensure no child in need is ever turned away.
That's the goal.
Gotta love that.
Gotta love the work they do at Seattle Children's.
So, I call, you come.
Apollo donates your service fee. All our service fees.
All month?
All the way to $20,000.
That's so Apollo Plumbing.
Always ready, right now.
You really are miracle workers.
Aren't we all?
Maybe so.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Save 30% on select perennials now at Sky Nursery.
I'm Jen, the greenhouse manager at Sky Nursery. For gardeners in the Pacific Northwest, fall is like a second spring. It's a great time to plant. You have so many options that will look gorgeous now and set you up beautifully for next year's springtime garden. Sky Nursery, the gardener's garden store, no matter the time of year.
Save 30% on select perennials while supplies last. More savings and details at skynursery.com.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So, do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
Cars for Kids, the easy way to donate your car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.com or 1-877-CARS4KIDS.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level. on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. For a second straight night, Mariners pitchers could not slow down the Blue Jays bats.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. takes the run back, smashes an opposite field home run, his 5th of the postseason.
The M's lost 8-2 last night, and Toronto evened up the American League Championship Series at 2 games apiece. Seattle looks to bounce back this afternoon with Bryce Miller on the mound. He pitched the M's to their first win in this series. A Brewers fan who threatened to call ice on a Dodgers fan loses her job.
Ricardo Fasado says he was taking a lot of heat as the only Dodgers fan in his section during Tuesday's playoff game in Milwaukee. At one point, a woman sitting behind him, Shannon Kloblarczyk, yelled at him,
"You know what? Let's call ice.
Call ice. Call ice. We're veteran. 2 wars. Ice is not going to do anything to me."
After the video went viral, Kloblarczyk's employer fired her. Fasado says she shouldn't have lost her job.
I think everybody deserves second chances. I think everybody makes mistakes.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A new report warns President Trump's immigration crackdown may wipe out more than 15 million jobs in the next 10 years. It comes from the Washington, D.C. think tank, the National Foundation for American Policy. It warns the shrinking workforce could lead to lower economic growth and make it harder to attract workers in the health, agriculture, and manufacturing sectors. Now, the White House refutes the study. President Donald Trump invited Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to the White House today to talk about Russia's war in Ukraine.
I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war.
This comes just one day after Trump spoke on the phone for hours with Russian President Vladimir Putin. No immediate word on a ceasefire. University of Washington researchers have launched a project to listen to endangered southern resident killer whales. KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Ottley explains.
The team will lay 2 kilometers of fiber optic cable underwater. The goal, use them to track sounds of marine mammals like orcas. Scientists could see how orcas respond to human activity and man-made noise.
What's the impact of ship noise on them? What's the impact of other human activity?
And ultimately be able to tie that to how we as people are impacting the environment.
And be able to notify ships when orcas are nearby.
It's thought ship noise can interfere with how the whales hunt for fish. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 291 points, NASDAQ ahead 125. KIRO News Radio traffic, here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather, this report brought to us by Kia of Everett. As fans make their way to Game 5 at T-Mobile Park, we're seeing building volumes heading into Seattle. North 5, you're packed from mid-Boeing Field up to the West Seattle Bridge. This backup has West Seattle Bridge traffic backed up eastbound of 1st Avenue. South Center to Seattle's up to a half hour. Coming the other way, South 5 now heavy, starting at 130th and Northgate down to the Convention Center. Linwood to Seattle is going to take you a half hour. Southbound 99 is wide open as an alternate route. Both of our lake bridges are wide open. Down in Renton, North 405 is backed up from South Center through the S-curves. Now, this is mostly due to the closure over Tiger Mountain, and now 405 is one of the main detour routes. South Center to Bellevue is down to 25 minutes. And the White River Bridge in Buckley reopened this morning on State Route 410, weeks ahead of schedule. Kia just dropped the biggest EV deals we've ever seen. Save thousands on the EV6 and EV9, Nero, and more at Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Partly cloudy skies today with highs near 60. It's 54 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. Lots of Mariners talk in the first segment. We're going to move on to some other stuff right now. I'm sure we'll get back to some Mariners stuff later. Spike, when's the last time you got yourself down to Gasworks Park in Seattle?
Probably, I would say within the last year.
Okay.
Been there within the last year.
Yeah, probably a nice, beautiful day. Sunny. I'm thinking summertime. You look at the city over the sunset.
Actually, no, it was kind of dark, windy, and rainy and cold.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's still a beautiful place to be.
Nice place.
Now we did a little photo shoot down there once.
Oh, you did?
About 6-8 months ago. Yeah.
Nice little family photo shoot.
No, a radio show photo shoot.
Cool.
With the lit up city skyline behind us. That was why we went at night. Obviously.
Oh, that's nice.
But we get down there pretty often. I ride bike there. When I bring the bike to work, so oftentimes I'll go by along the bike trails, which run right along the edge of Gasworks.
That's right.
It's iconic. It's part of Seattle. Yeah.
The 2 times you've ridden into work?
It's been 7.
Did we ever open that envelope that you did earlier this year?
No, we should pull that out.
And it was 7.
Was it
total,
7?
7 times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We should pull that envelope out and see what my guess was. How many times?
Point being, it's a beautiful, aesthetic, iconic piece of Seattle lore.
It's a nice piece. It's got a bunch of old rigging, things that people tend to climb on.
Yes.
And there have been, I didn't realize this, but there have been, in the last decade, 11 people have been injured by pretty serious falls after climbing some of the park structures. Somebody died. There's been 3 deaths since 2012. A 15-year-old boy died
this past summer. There have been 3 total.
In July, a high school age kid died after falling 50 feet from one of the platforms that he had climbed up onto. And so there was this conversation about, all right, obviously this is a well-visited park. Obviously you don't want to just get rid of all these cool old structures because this is this old coal processing plant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a really neat piece of Seattle history. And what do we do? Because we want to keep it open to people, but we also want to make sure it's safe. So the city got together and they said, hey, you know what? Why don't we get some emergency funds made available so that we can retrofit some of the stuff that's dangerous, some of the areas you might climb up onto, some old rusty ladders, things like that. Especially like teens. Teens tend to do dangerous things like this. And so the city got it approved. They had an emergency plan to remove any of these climbable elements.
Like the catwalks and ladders that are still were used during the operation of this.
Yeah, but obviously a 15-year-old doesn't realize.
No, of course, no.
It's dangerous.
You see an opportunity to do it, be adventurous. Adventurous things. Yeah.
So they came up with the emergency funding. Obviously times are tight, but they said, hey, this is for safety, so we need to make sure this is safe. They don't want to shut the park down. And then they sent it on over to the Landmark Preservation Board, the Seattle Landmark Preservation Board, who said, not gonna do it. You're not gonna touch the park. Even though people are dying and getting injured, and suffering brain injury, we don't want you changing this stuff, at least not yet. And what they said was, they don't feel, board members said they did not approve making permanent changes to the landmark until the city, who posted, this was in Seattle Times piece, we read this, until they looked at alternative options for deteriorating such for the climbing.
The dangerous elements of it.
Dangerous elements.
Yeah, they said to take these things down and change basically the aesthetic appearance of this iconic structure. They want to find other ways that aren't so, they said drastic.
Ian McLeod, who's a board member, says, I don't feel that we have enough analysis to justify such a drastic proposal. These catwalks are fairly small pieces in totality of a landmark park, but they are a very significant part of the character. Their alternative to this is that they would like to investigate if there's some sort of an alarm system that they could add to it, security cameras, and also better lighting they think would keep people from falling off and getting brain injury and dying. What do you think about this?
I like the fact that they want to, instead of just stripping off these elements of it, and it'll still be Gasworks Park if they strip those off or not. I think it's much ado about nothing, but I understand the desire to keep historical integrity with this.
Even over the public safety of kids?
No. But they're looking for alternative ways to make it safer. I don't know if it's restricting access through higher fencing. I have a solution, but it's a little on the radical side.
Oh, yeah.
It's immediate. It doesn't have to be permanent, but it will get us through until they make a final decision. And it will immediately take people out of harm's way.
What is it?
It involves a truck battery and a set of jumper cables.
Ooh.
I want to electrify the thing. I'm not kidding. Not to the.
They
not
might
to the
find
point
that a little controversial.
Not to the point of fatality.
Sure.
Okay.
Just a little shock.
Just a little. You grab the metal thing. Ooh, don't touch that. I'm thinking of an electric fence. They're not lethal.
You ever peed on one of those?
No, I have not, but I've been warned.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
But okay, so if you
or
if
like
you
a dog, like a dog fence,
an Elizabeth
dog fences.
I think it's a little much to say if you want to go near Gasworks, put this collar on, but it would work, right? I mean, just take a jumper cable, put them on the truck battery.
Sure.
Put the other two, ground one, put the hot one on. Next thing, when you touch that thing, You stop touching and you definitely don't climb.
Do you worry? I do think it would solve the problem.
And it's not fatal. I'm not talking about a fatal dose of zappage.
Do you worry at all about people who are not intending to climb, but maybe like leaning against it for wedding photos, things like that? They also getting zapped?
Most dresses are pretty flammable at the wedding variety. I think if it's a low enough dose that it just teaches you not to touch this, I think it's going to be okay.
I mean, I think if I'm hearing what you're saying, it's got to be at least enough so they don't want to do it twice.
Right, yeah.
Laura, what do you think about this? Good idea?
The birding community will be up in arms
the
over that idea.
Community?
Yeah.
Well,
you're going to have to fight them.
But the birds will only do it once, right? And birds aren't smart. They got small brains.
Yeah,
I get
birds
it.
have to learn their lessons.
They do. And if you got some roast bird there, maybe, you don't know.
If it happened to a crow, crows would then share that throughout their community. Crows are very smart.
They are.
And they remember, so they're going to actually go after the guy who hooked it up. They're probably going to go back and listen to the show, and they'll say, who suggested that first? And then they'll go after you. You're going to start getting dive bombed by crows.
I already am. Don't get me started on the crows at my house. My wife has trained a murder of crows.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you do something to offend them?
No, not against me. They protect our home. They really do.
Oh, okay.
Against intruders. They really do. My wife walks our dog on a daily basis. The truly unpleasant Miss O'Neill is a marvel. She's a wonderful human being. She walks our dog on a daily basis, and when she does, she loads her pockets with crows or with peanuts. With peanuts.
Yeah.
With peanuts. And as she walks, these crows literally follow her along her walk with the dog, and they keep her safe. I tell you, they do. They follow her, and she's every half mile, whatever, quarter mile, she'll throw a handful of peanuts behind her, and the crows will eat the peanuts. And when we get home, they're waiting for her when she comes out of the house in the morning.
So they fly around your house a lot?
Yeah. We do have a huge, and they call it a murder of crows.
Sure.
We have a nice sized flock of crows.
Have you ever had any interesting looks from neighbors who are not loving the crows all the time around your house?
I don't think we live at the end of a dead end street.
Okay.
With a park behind us. We have a pretty secluded locale, which is one of the reasons Melissa likes the avian security system she's put together here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But again, we're getting I'm not for an unsafe situation at gasworks. I'm not.
Although you are against shocking people with metal.
No, I'm all for shocking.
Batteries
I'm there.
Up to the metal.
I mean, and again, maybe a truck battery's too much. Maybe like a boat battery or a small, like a motorcycle battery, small. Something that's going to give you a little taste of don't do this.
Have you done the 9-volt on the tongue?
Sure.
When you were a kid?
Maybe
it's a
9-volt.
horrible thing. Kids shouldn't do that.
No,
we're not giving
we've all done it.
out.
Yeah.
But it's like it does give you a little pop, and then you don't do it again.
I have to ask. No, you and I, we're both. Of course, we've done this. Laura, you ever stuck a 9-volt battery on your tongue?
No.
No.
Is that a thing?
It's a guy thing.
Yeah. Because you can
Clearly.
do it.
Andrew, 9-volt battery to the tongue?
Battery.
Yeah, it's for testing the battery. Thank you. So see practical application.
That's what AAA is for, right?
No, not a car battery. Not saying put your tongue on a car battery. A 9-volt. A 9-volt battery.
To wrap this up real fast, I think they should. I do think that they should
take these off.
Take these off. Like the guy says, it's a small part of the structure
in the totality
as a whole.
Yeah.
And if you have teenagers, I just don't know if teenagers are going to be deterred by better lighting.
I think better lighting's a terrible idea.
Better lighting.
Look, a catwalk.
Kind of makes it appealing.
Right?
Like, let's get a nice picture.
And now I'm in a spotlight.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. This doesn't make sense to me. All right. We got a lot more coming up. The lead guitarist of Kiss, he passed away. And speaking of falls, he passed away. And Spike, most people have not had the experience with Kiss that Spike has.
No, I haven't.
And there's a lawsuit involved.
Well, I'll tell the story.
And so we should tell the story.
Sure, we sure will.
When we come back. Stick around.
It's time, right? Yeah, okay, push it.
Where is that fire and swagger that you had in Toronto?
Toronto's come to town and played the last two games like it was a do-or-die moment, because it was.
We're Seattle sports fans, man. Ain't our first rodeo with the panic button.
And Rocky, they said, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you get hit. Don't worry, they'll get back up.
KIRO Newsradio has all the Mariners buzz.
Best of 3, easy peasy.
Our partner, Seattle Sports, has the games. Listen free on the Seattle Sports app.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia,